Now, I left a comment on Facebook in which I said there was much ado about that subject is the hottest topic in Nigeria today. And I specifically brought it up now because I wanted to touch on it. But before I look at this beating, I want to tell us a story. The story happened just, I believe it's less than a week now, and I want us to appreciate it before I speak on this matter. Less than a week ago, 2 men were found on the battlefield. The battlefield is the battle of Russia, between Russia and Ukraine. And these 2 men, one of them was a Russian soldier, the other person was a Ukrainian soldier. It happens from time to time that soldiers meet themselves on the battle. It happens either sometimes they decide not to use their weapons, they put their weapons aside, and they use their fists, okay, just to prove who is stronger. Sometimes it happens. Some other time, it may just turn out that the 2 of them ran out of ammunition and they couldn't destroy each other. So they are left with their fists and their knives. So these 2 Russians, I saw it on Ireland. I didn't watch the video because it was too horrific for me. I just couldn't watch it. I don't know who took the video, but the 2 of them came and they had a knife fight. Okay. And they continued to fight, of course, stabbing each other until the Russian soldier prevailed. And when he had caught the Ukrainian soldier to the point where he was almost dying, he put him together, sat next to him, and the Ukrainian soldier was saying that you can go now, you fought a good fight, tell my family so and so and so on, I love them and all of that, but the Russian soldier was telling him, he said, no, I'm going to stay with you just to give you some comfort as you pass away, and the Ukrainian soldier said he appreciates it, and he sat with him. Okay. Now, when I read that story, I didn't watch the video because I couldn't stomach it. But when I read that story, it dawned on me the enormity of responsibility that falls on men. Men. I'm not talking about boys, of the responsibility that falls on men. Now, thankful to God that we are living in the time of peace. If I went to the university in 1994 to 2000 and 2002. Now, if it happened at that period, there was war, and the soldiers in Nigeria had been exhausted. Maybe many of them had been killed and all of that. They will come to the universities and they will harvest all of us young men and they will take us to the battlefield. Okay. And we will live or we will die. During the Nigerian Civil War, I am a Nigerian Civil War, how will I call it, historian. And so many stories of people dying. In fact, my Victor Banjo, which has become quite popular story now, another person have written a book on it. Okay, it's still the same idea. Men lay down their lives for others to live. The life of a man is not supposed to be easy. Okay, men are not supposed to be raised like women. We are not sissies. All right. It is after how many years of being married that I came to understand that it is my responsibility to pay school fees, pay rent, buy food. So many years. Took me a while. Okay. If my wife wants to help, good. If she doesn't want to, I as the man must go out and look for money and look after. It is men. All right. Let me give us another story. Before I come to this slapping, another story. I read this one too on Ireland. A young man, his father is an ASP in the police, highly placed, very, very highly placed. He asked his dad, I said, Dad, I need some money, so and so. He said, okay, no problem. Come and meet me in the office. I'll give you the money. He said he got to the office and he was sitting waiting for his dad to finish up some things and give him the money. The next thing, he just had, let's say the father's name is Suleiman. Suleiman, and his father sprang to the feet and was at attention. It was his father's boss, somebody higher in rank. And the man came into the office and said, Suleiman, you must be very stupid. As he was saying, just saying, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Are you out of your mind? He said the man washed him. He didn't even know it was his son standing there, sitting down there. He washed his father from the head to the toe, cleaned him up. I will destroy your career. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Apologize. I'm sorry, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And the man turned and went away. See me later. Yes, sir. And the police, he said, when that thing happened and the man left, his father did not even look at him. He just looked for the envelope where the money was, gave it to him and said, do what you want to do with the money. And he left. He said it was then he appreciates every kobo his father was giving him, because this was the sacrifice the father makes. I know of a woman, medical doctor, who she'll start this job today, she'll resign. She'll start it. And then you ask her, why are you resigning? Because somebody talked to me. Somebody insulted me, And the husband will be saying, more insult. We don't know. Look, men are born to be tough. So when I made the post on Facebook and I said, what is all this ado about somebody beating a child? What I was pointing at is the fact that men who are not going to be sissies are going to be raised tough. Now, what this woman did was wrong. And I think that the arm of justice has come upon her, because all this while she has been abusing these children. And this person who filmed her very likely filmed her because of her consistent pattern of abusing the children. But the truth of the matter is that there is no man in this world that has not gone through this kind of a thing. In fact, many of the sissy men that we see today who break down crying all over the place don't have endurance in their spirit. It's because many of them have not gone through suffering. Okay, so that's the point that I was trying to make when I said much ado about the slapping. I was not condoning the slap. I was saying essentially that men are raised tough, because you do not know what you are going to face in the future. It is not women. If war comes forth today, it is men that will fight it. It's not women. So men must be raised tough. It took a while for my wife to appreciate why I deal with my son. Not my daughter can, allow her some leverage. For my son, there's no leverage, because he's going to provide for his family. He's going to face insults. He's going to face all kinds, and he will do everything. So that is that. In the providence of God, God permitted that young man. He's a strong man. I actually think he's 3 years old, because the mother has come forth, and I think that, and another reason why I criticize that video is that if we continue at this rate and we have social media filming everything, people will not be who they are. We're going to raise a generation of sissy men, because every small thing they criticize, every small thing they criticize, and God forbid we become America and the United Kingdom in the days to come. Okay, so I want to thank you very much for that. And again, Jesus Christ himself did not become who he was last. Our Lord laid down his life for the redemption. He suffered. So it is part of the lesson. I want to thank you very much for watching my broadcast. My book, Humanity is Still Selling. Please get a copy. You can get a copy through me. Send me an inbox anywhere. I will get a copy to you. Or if you're outside the country, buy a copy on Amazon and be a blessing to us. Thank you very much. By God's grace, we're going to be back again on Tuesday with another broadcast. Our brother Oluwasegun Faloye is preparing very hard to start his false prophet series. It's going to be explosive. Please watch out for it. I want to say thank you again very much, and bye-bye.